Live coverage of this Swimming New Zealand event is proudly brought to you by Aon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Day 1 final session of the 2019 Aon New Zealand Open Championships. Please welcome the representatives of each of the clubs as they enter the building. A special welcome to our international swimmers from across the globe. So 312 swimmers from across New Zealand and some from around the globe taking part in the 2019 Aon New Zealand Open Championships. Representatives of multiple clubs walking around the pool, getting encouragement from teammates and coaches as they do. This championship's the qualifying meet for the 18th FINA World Championships in Gwangju, South Korea next month, and the 9th World Para Swimming Championships in London in September later this year. I invite you now to stand for the New Zealand National Anthem to be sung by Lauren Collins. A beautiful rendition by Lauren Collins of the New Zealand National Anthem. Thank you, Lauren. I now invite Hayley McIntosh from Phoenix Aquatics in Auckland to recite the Oath of Sportsmanship on behalf of all swimmers, coaches and managers.
I declare that we will take part in the 2019 Aon New Zealand Open Championships in the spirit of true sportsmanship, recognising the rules which govern them and wishing to participate in them for the honour of our team, country and the glory of our sport.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Hayley. I now invite Professor David Gerard, Swimming New Zealand President, to say a few words and declare the 2019 Aon New Zealand Open Championships open.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Nau mai, haere mai. On behalf of Swimming New Zealand, I'd like to welcome the athletes, the coaches, and the spectators to the opening of the Aon 2019 Open Swimming Championships. This is an amazing event for our athletes in the year of qualifying for the World Championships in Gwangju in July, and of course the London World Paralympic Swimming Championships in London. So I wish the athletes and their coaches every success. Make every post a winning post, and you have the full support of Swimming New Zealand in your endeavours. Good luck and good swimming. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Scott Rice here from the Owen G. Glen National Aquatic Centre here in Auckland's North Shore for Session 2, the first final session of the Aon New Zealand Open Championships. Standing alongside me, a legend in para swimming, Cameron Leslie, a gold medalist and been to 3 Paralympic Games, both Beijing, London and Rio. Great to have you with us, Cam.
Cheers for having me.
Cam, of those 3 games and all the gold medals that you have won, what is the one that's most memorable to you?
Oh, it's a tough question. They've all been very different. One, lots of family come and watch and support, and it was awesome to sort of to make a world record in front of friends and family. But the Rio Paralympics was awesome in terms of performance, just top notch. Ticked all the boxes and nailed the race plan completely. So really satisfying on a personal front for that one.
Good stuff. And in terms of a lot of para athletes taking part this evening, what would be a piece of advice you'd give to these para-athletes wanting to get the best out of themselves?
I think for para-athletes and able-bodied athletes, it's all about putting your best foot forward, and there's no better place than the pinnacle swimming event for the season to put your best performance on the board and empty the tank, pull the trigger, let it go.
Well, looking forward to being on the commentary desk with you this evening, Cam, and getting some expert comments from you about the performances. What a heat session this morning, a couple of qualifications with in both the men's 400 metre individual medley and we start with the women's 50 metre freestyle. Sophie Pascoe just 0.1 of a second off her world record, a time of 27.8. She looking for a time of 27.69, which is her own world record. The women's 50 freestyle next up. Disappointment for Gabby Famasili. Disqualified this morning in the heats, so Chelsea Edwards, Erica Fairweather battling it out for the women's 50 metres freestyle. The men's 400 metre individual medley, Lewis Clareburt under the FINA A time. Cam, what did you make of that performance?
Just tidy performance. Really nice to sort of get that A time done in the heats, and look forward to raising the bar again tonight.
And then we move to the women's 100 metre backstroke multi-class. Again, Sophie Pascoe in the 100 metres there, world record of 107.66. She was just a second off this morning, so looking for a good performance from her. The women's 200 metre backstroke follows with Ali Gallia, her first ever performances in New Zealand today, so she did a 2:10 this morning and could be in the hunt for the New Zealand Open record held by Melissa Ingram. The men's 100 metre backstroke multi-class, Jesse Reynolds qualification this morning, great swim from him.
Yeah, Jesse went under the qualifying time and he'll be happy with that, but I know that he's not quite happy with the way he executed the race plan, so he'll be looking to set the record straight on that one tonight.
And finally going through the men's 100 metre backstroke, Corey Main and Brad Ashby, just 1/100th of a second separating them, hunting for that 54.06 qualifying time, Fina A. And then we go the women's 50 butterfly with a Helena Gasson. The men's 800 metre freestyle, Zach Reed looking for the development time there in the 800. And the women's 1500 metre freestyle finishing the evening, Emma Robinson looking for a 16:32 to qualify for the World Championships. Without further ado, let's get underway with the final session of the Aon New Zealand Open Championships. We now welcome the technical officials for this evening's session. Please join me in welcoming our officials for this evening's session. Our referees for this evening's finals for the men's events, Christine Casson. For the women's events, Gavin Ion. Our starters for this evening's finals are, for the men's events, Jackie Forsyth. For the women's events, Alan Hale. The technical director for these championships is Leslie Huckins from Canterbury West Coast. Officials, if you could now please be seated. So just going through the list of events again. The women's 50 metres freestyle multi-class followed by the women's 50 freestyle. The men's 400 individual medley followed by the women's 100 metre backstroke multi-class. We then move to the women's 200 metre backstroke. Then the men's 100 backstroke multi-class. The men's 100 metre backstroke follows that. Then the women's 50 butterfly. The men's 800 metres freestyle. And the women's 1500 metres freestyle. We start with event number 101. Please welcome the finalists of the women's 50 metres freestyle multi-class. In lane 1 from Cambridge Swimming Club, Melissa Donahue. In lane 2 from Coast Swimming Club, Naya Wallace. In lane 3 from Selwyn Swim Club, Ella Ben. In lane 4 from QE2 Swim Club, Sophie Pascoe. In lane 5 from Hawak Pakaranga, Tupo Naufi. In lane 6 from Taupo Swimming Club, Siobhan Terry. In lane 7 from Zenith, Katie Short. In lane 8 from Orca Swimming Club, Jane Fox. The 50 metres freestyle women's multi-class, handing over to Cam Leslie here to call this one.
Yeah, for me it's, is that working? Yeah. So I think for me it's all about watching Sophie Pascoe in the middle here. She's got a world record of 27.69 and she's just coming off the back of a training camp here. She's looking strong coming into the last 15. How close is she going to go to that world record? It looks like it's going to go as well. Sophie Pascoe coming in. 27.32, well under the para world record there, Sophie Pascoe.
So Sophie Pascoe, a new world record for the 50 metres freestyle. Wow. 27.32, that was 0.3 of a second under her own world record for S9. Congratulations, and looking at the board, a little bit of looking at the results there, Sophie Pascoe winning, Tupo Naufi in second, Ella Ben in third. Now just a bit of information about the board. The board in the para events will show the first, second and third to the wall. It'll do it in hitting the wall order, and then it'll change to who has won the event within their class. And we'll talk more about the classes shortly. So congratulations to the swimmers in the first event of this evening's final session. We've got a little bit of a delay, running a little bit ahead of schedule. So a little bit of a delay until we move to event number 1. The women's 50 metres freestyle will be up shortly. Word with you, please. Thanks, that's all right. Here with Sophie Pascoe, the new world record holder, 27.3. Congratulations. Had it all your own way, the whole 50. How do you feel?
I'm actually gobsmacked. Look, it's a huge PB for me, so the fact that I'm still clocking some PBs at 26, I'm pretty stoked, yeah.
So obviously the training leading up to this event, the taper, everything has gone to plan. Well, great start to the meet.
Absolutely. We've been away for 7 weeks now. First of all, we started off in Singapore with the World Cup there. Had some good swims and did a personal best time in this particular race. So to back that up, 6 weeks later, obviously on home soil in front of family and friends, huge.
That must just set you up with so much confidence for the meet to come. How many more events will we see you in the next 5 days?
You'll see me in 4 more. Got another one tonight, which is in a few minutes' time, so I better get ready. But I'm looking forward to an exciting week ahead.
Well, great start to the meet. Everyone give her a big round of applause. Sophie Pascoe, new world record holder in the S9 50 metres freestyle. We move now to event 1, the women's 50 metres freestyle, starting with the B final. Please welcome them to the pool deck. Lane 1, Hannah Bates, Aquagym, Cassie Wright in 2, Grace Jones in 3, Kyla Alexander in 4, Mania Butler in 5, Vanessa Overhand in 6, Summer Milne in 7, and Danielle Joblin in 8. This is the B final of event 1, the women's 50 metres freestyle. And a nice win there by Grace Jones in lane 3, just ducking under 27 seconds, 26.97. Please join me in welcoming the A finalists of event 1, the women's 50 metres freestyle. In lane 1 from North Shore Swimming Club, Andy Quirk. In lane 2 from St Peter's Swimming Club, Paige Flynn. In lane 3 from St Peter's Western, Olivia Collins. In lane 4 from Capital Swim Club, Chelsea Edwards. In lane 5 from Neptune Swim Club, Erica Fairweather. In lane 6 from St Peter's Western, Ella Ramsey. In lane 7 from Aquagym Swimming Club, Natasha Johnson. In lane 8 from Howick Pakuranga, Paige Shendala Kemp. the fastest woman in the country. Away they go, out in the start. A good start there in the outside lane by Paige Shendelar-Kemp. The 15-year-old Erica Fairweather in lane 5. Can she not do any swim, any distance? Wow, 50 metres. Lane 4 looking strong. Chelsea Edwards from Capital. Chelsea Edwards got it by half a body length at the moment, looking strong. Edwards goes to the wall for the win. 25.88. Chelsea Edwards leads them through by 0.2. Erica Fairweather second and Paige Flynn in third. Congratulations, ladies. Well, Chelsea Edwards, congratulations. I think I can tell by the size of that grin that you're pretty happy with your first first final of the meet.
I'm absolutely stoked with that time, with the placing, just everything about it, just amazing.
Now, that second half, that second 25, that's where you powered away. Is that part of the 50 you've really been working on?
Yeah, I've been working on the underwater as well, but I know that last 10 metres is where you really got to go and touch the wall first, so yeah, definitely.
And that swimming cap on your head, I'm not used to that. So a change in club since the Nags a few months ago. Tell us a little bit about that.
A few different reasons, just because as we talked at Nags, the pool closing, which would make it really hard for training opportunities, and also a different environment just with older swimmers was really what I needed to improve my times, just with more competition.
Well, good on you, Chelsea. Congratulations on a fantastic performance. Look forward to seeing you more in this meet. We now welcome to the pool deck the A finalists of event 2, the men's 400 metre individual medley. In lane 1 from North Shore Swimming Club, Cullum Prime. In lane 2 from North Canterbury Swimming Club, Jeremy Tasker. In lane 3 from Kiwi West Aquatics, Luan Grobalab. In lane 4 from Capital Swim Club, Lewis Clearbird. In lane 5 from the Kodiak Kingfishers, Talon Lindquist. In lane 6 from Samoa, Brandon Schuster. In lane 7 from Evolution Aquatics Tauranga, Lachlan O'Connor. In lane 8 from Howick Pakaranga, Andrew Rattray. Away they go. Lewis Clareburt in lane 4 had a fantastic heat performance this morning, already qualified for the World Championships in a time of 4:17.69, and that time he was 0.2 of a second under, so just by a fraction. So the other swimmers in this field have a challenge on their hands to try and stay with Lewis Clareburt, or in fact try and beat him to the wall, to the finish. And they go through the first 50, and Lewis Clareburt takes them out 26.68. The visitor, Talon Lindquist, through second. Luan Grobela through third, 27.70. So here with Cameron Leslie, and just talking about this first 100 metres, Cam, and the sort of race tactics for these 400 metre individual medley swimmers.
Yeah, I think they've just finished the butterfly leg here, and I guess the key for it is not going too hard too soon. You don't want to empty the tank on the first 100 metres. It's a long race, it's a tough race, and these guys will no doubt need a little bit of gas come that last 100 metres, and probably even more so on that breaststroke leg, so they don't get left behind.
Absolutely, and as they head down to the 150 metre mark now, Lewis Clareburt leading by about 2 body lengths at the moment, looking well in control. And Luan Grobela has come into second place now, about just under 4 seconds back. So Lewis Clareburt, not really having any sort of weakness in terms of strokes, is powering away from this field. The Commonwealth Games bronze medalist from the Gold Coast, showing his class here at the first final session of the Aon New Zealand Open Championships. And he turns at the halfway mark, a nice turn into the breaststroke leg. And Cam, just talking about the favoured strokes of these swimmers, is that the stroke they should be really pushing to really get some gain?
Yeah, breaststroke's definitely the leg that sorts the men from the boys, and you sort of, it starts to really hurt about this on this leg. So it's about sort of trying to grit your teeth and not waste that lead that you might have built up. Or for some swimmers, breaststroke might be their strength, and you're going to need to close the gap, and breaststroke's the leg to do a lot of closing. You can close a lot of space in this 100 metres. Lewis Clareburt, though, not having any trouble. Nice pull out off the wall. He's been looking good technique-wise throughout this whole race so far.
So Luan Grobela, the breaststroke specialist, he cleaned up at the National Age Group Championships a few months ago. But Lewis Clareburt is going really strong at the moment. A good lot of support on the sidelines, looking to lower his qualifying time. 2:17.69 he did this morning. He goes to the wall with 100 metres left to swim. And a good performance here by Luan Grobela, too, comfortably in second. And Lewis Clareburt from the Capital Swim Club, training in the Freiburg pool there in Oriental Parade, with a good lot of teammates to push him along. Lewis Clareburt already started packing his bags this morning for South Korea. Will be absolutely zipping it up this evening. Lewis Clareburt with 50 metres left to swim. Let's make some noise here at the National Aquatic Centre for one of New Zealand's most talented swimmers, doing it all on his own, and he's proven it on the world stage before. Lewis Clareburt, one to watch, flying the flag for New Zealand at the World Championships in South Korea next month. Lewis Clareburt goes in to win 4:15.11. Just under a second off his New Zealand record from the Commonwealth Games. What a great swim there by the 19-year-old from Wellington. Luan Grobela in second in a smart time of 4:23.54, and the visitor, Talon Lindquist, coming in third. The first of the Kiwis we looked down was Cullum Prime in third for the Kiwis, 4:31.79. We'll get a couple of words with Lewis Clareburt very, very shortly. Congratulations, Lewis. What a performance. Well ahead of the field there. Had to do most of it on your own, but first reactions to lowering your time from this morning?
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to lower my time from this morning. I dived in straight away, my bloody goggles filled up, but I guess you train for that, so yeah, it wasn't ideal, but yeah.
Well, if you imagine they hadn't filled up, what we have seen, 4:12, you think?
Oh, I don't know. Anything could happen. I guess I would have just expected another 4:15, but you know, I was going for a PB, but obviously couldn't get it there, but it'd be interesting to see how my splits were.
In terms of the World Champs being 1 month away, or just over 1 month, how tricky is it to come into this meet in a condition that's going to get you qualified but not kind of ruin the pathway?
Yeah, I mean, we practiced it earlier in the year in Sydney, so just doing like a week or so of taper, and then obviously taking a risk to try qualify with only a week of taper, and then making sure I get a full taper in before Worlds.
That must give you a heap of confidence into this meet, and also how things are going to look next month.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully I can get another big PB like I did last year, maybe.
Well, good on you. All the best for the races throughout the meet. We move now to event number 4, the men's 100 metres backstroke. Please welcome to the pool deck the B finalists. Apologies, Cam Leslie changed the page on me. We'll go back to the event. Next on the program is event number 113, the women's 100 metre backstroke multi-class. Let's bring them onto the pool deck. We now introduce the swimmers in the women's 100 metre backstroke multi-class. In lane 2 from Coast Swimming Club, Nia Wallace. In lane 3 from Selwyn Swim Club, Ella Ben. In lane 4 from QE2 Swim Club, Sophie Pascoe. In lane 5 from Hawak Pakaranga, Tupo Noufi. In lane 6 from Orca Swimming Club, Jane Fox. In lane 7 from Zenith, Katie Short. And away we go, straight off, an amazing 50 metres freestyle for Sophie Pascoe in the middle of the pool. But Cam Leslie, enough recovery for Sophie to see another great performance here?
Yeah, Sophie's a hell of an athlete, so for her to back it up, it won't be a problem for her. She's fit enough and strong enough, and she'll go close to a world record here, so we really need to get behind her and cheer her home.
So the world record of 1 minute 7.66, she swum 108.92 this morning, so has swum faster than that before, so we'll want to get a little bit of noise going in that final 25 to 30 metres. Sophie Pascoe goes through in 32.69. She's going to have to come back in about a 34.35 to break that world record of 1 minute 7.66. Let's watch the clock, let's watch the board. Sophie Pascoe with 25 metres left to swim. Diligently warming down after the 50. Has she got the energy? Is she on form tonight to get the world record? She goes to the wall, Sophie Pascoe. 107.41, it is a new world record for Sophie Pascoe by 0.2 of a second. The golden streak continues on day one finals here at the Aon New Zealand Open Championships. Second to the wall, Naofi Tupounifu, I should say, and third is Jane Fox. And the board will change to show us the winners of this event, taking into consideration the classes. Cam, what's your thoughts on those performances?
Yeah, that's pretty impressive from Sophie to back up a 50 freestyle world record and just turn around and pull that performance out. So well done to Sophie, it's a hell of an achievement, so she'll be really happy with that.
We look forward to hearing from her soon. Cam Leslie on the commentary desk with me, the gold medalist in so many Paralympic Games. Congratulations, Sophie. Another wonderful win there for you. 0.2 under the world record. Were you expecting that? Did you feel you're on form for that performance tonight? Congratulations.
Thank you. It was a real quick turnaround. I wasn't quite expecting that time, but look, the times obviously prove that I'm in good form. I've had a really good lead up, and to be able to back it up after the 53, yeah, I couldn't ask for much more than that.
And from now till September, the World Para Games in London, so 3 or 4 months to go. What is the plan from here?
To back up this week. Obviously, it's how I started off. It was a really good start. So, you know, what I've proved here, I have to prove on the world stage as well. So, we've got a bit of work to do.
You can't get much better than a world record. Congratulations again. All the best. We move now to event number 3, the women's 200 metres backstroke. We welcome to the pool deck the B finalists. This is event 3, the women's 200 metres backstroke B final. In lane 1 from Orca Swimming Club, Amy Pratt. In lane 2 from Hawak Pakaranga, Caitlin Green. In lane 3 from United Swimming Club, Jessie Welch. In lane 4 from Aquablades New Plymouth Swimming, Erin Metcalf. In lane 5 from Capital Swim Club, Greta Agnew. In lane 6 from North Shore Swimming Club, Chloe Seaman. In lane 7 from St Peter's Swimming Club, Holly Isaac. In lane 8 from TBSS Central City Swimming, Tess Winneray. So a nice first 100 for Greta Agnew, 108.23. Pretty flat across to the rest of the field as they go into the second 100. A big thanks to the meet naming rights sponsor Aon Insurance, and also to our medal ceremony partner All Proof Industries. Thank you for your wonderful support. Remember, use the official hashtag for the event, hashtag AonNZ Open Champs 2019, when you're uploading your pictures online. We'd love to repost and share your images too. And be sure to follow Swimming New Zealand's social media accounts for stories and photos from the week, at Swimming New Zealand for Facebook and at swimming_NZ for Instagram. And we go to the wall for the B final of the 200 metres backstroke. Greta Agnew holding on to her lead at the halfway mark to win in 2:21.58, followed by Chloe Seaman in 6 and Holly Isaac in 7. We now welcome the finalists to the pool deck of Event 3, the women's 200 metres backstroke A final. In lane 1 from Capital Swim Club, Sophie Irving. In lane 2 from QE2 Swim Club, Cassie Wright. In lane 3 from North Shore Swimming Club, Gina Galloway. In lane 4 from North Shore Swimming Club, Ali Gallia. In lane 5 from Hiratonga Sun Devils, Emma Godwin. In lane 6 from Enterprise Swim Club, Tyler Finot. In lane 7 from North Shore Swimming Club, Ella Drinnan. And in lane 8 from Aquablades New Plymouth Swimming, Sasha Reed. Underway with the A final of Event 3, the women's 200 metres backstroke, and a great start there in lane 3 by Gina Galloway. Gets the push of about a quarter of a body length on the rest of the field off the start. A great start there by Galloway from North Shore Swimming Club. But what a swim this morning from Ali Gallia. First time ever to be swimming or racing in New Zealand today, and what a start. 2:10.61 she recorded this morning. Well underneath the world champ qualifying mark of 2:11.53. She goes through first, just under 31. So 7-second margin over the rest of the field into the finals. This is Ali Gallia, Cam Leslie, a real talent. Great to have her as a Kiwi.
Yeah, really great talent. Hey, I've been watching her over the last week as she's prepared for this competition, just so professional. The way she turns up, goes about her business, and just gets on with the job. She's swimming very fast here. I know she was expecting a little bit better this morning, so I'd hope that she might improve on that time from this morning.
So she turns at the 100 metre mark. Ali Gallia goes through in 1 minute 3.23. A body length lead opens up. Lane 5 going well. Emma Godwin from Heratonga Sun Devils. Gina Galloway just dropping into third at the moment. This is the third 50, the all-important third 50. This is when the revs need to go up. This is when you need to start build into the finish. Ali Gallia, 2:10.61. Can we get a faster time this evening? Training in the States, Ali Gallia. You would have maybe seen the interviews she did earlier in the week. A star performer here on day one of the Aon New Zealand Open Championships. Born in Australia, training in America. She's got 20 metres left to swim. Let's make some noise for this amazing backstroker. And Kiwi coming in to the finish, 2:09.78. We look for the New Zealand record, just off the New Zealand record held since 2009 by Melissa Ingram. But what a performance there to go faster than the heats. We'll be hearing from Ali very, very shortly. And then straight into the first of our medal ceremonies, brought to you by All Proof Plumbing. Ali, congratulations. Really nice to meet you for the first time. First time swimming in New Zealand. A pretty good day for you on day one, yeah? How did you feel about that performance?
It was a lot better than this morning. I really tried to work my third 50. So it wasn't as good as I wanted to be this morning. So I think I really accomplished that goal tonight.
What were the sort of things coming out of that heat that you wanted to bring into the final? Tell the people at home, the people here, what were the things you worked on tonight?
I really try to work on my underwaters. It's something we work on every single day at University of Kentucky. So we have a great backstroke group over there, having 3 in the NCAA finals. So being able to work on stroke technique and underwaters really, really helps me.
So born in Brisbane, Australia, training in the University of Kentucky, and obviously from the accent we can hear you spend most of your time in the States, and you're a Kiwi. Tell the people at home and the people here how that works.
It's a great story to tell to everyone. My mom was born in Canada. My dad was born in New Zealand. I was born in Australia, and we live in the States. So it's a great, fun story to tell whenever you have a lot of time. So
we love you being a Kiwi. Congratulations on qualifying, and all the best for the rest of the meet. We'll shortly be starting the medal ceremonies for the events that have taken place this evening. They are presented by All Proof Industries. And a little bit about All Proof Industries, a family-owned business which based here on the North Shore, run by Adam Jackson, a former New Zealand swimmer himself, and Ian Jackson, a lover of swimming for many years. We thank them for their support. I'd like to welcome Brent Leighton, Swimming New Zealand selector, to present our first lot of medals this evening. We start with the first event medal ceremony for this evening. Event 101, the women's 50 metres freestyle multi-class. In third place from Selwyn Swimming Club, Ella Ben. In second place, winning the silver medal from Hauek Pakaranga, Tupo Naufi. And winning in a gold medal and world record time from QE2 Swim Club, Sophie Pascoe. We move now to event number 1, the women's 50 metres freestyle medal ceremony. In the bronze medal position from St Peter's Swimming Club in a time of 26:59, Paige Flynn. In the silver medal position from Neptune Swim Club, Erica Fairweather. And the winner of the gold medal in a time of 25.88 from Capital Swim Club, Chelsea Edwards. We move now to event number 2, the men's 400 metres individual medley. In the bronze medal position from North Shore Swimming Club, Callum Prime. The visitor bronze from Kodiak Kingfishers goes to Talon Lindquist. The silver medalist from Kiwi West Aquatics, Luan Grobela. And the winner and another qualifying mark for the World Championships from Capital Swim Club, Lewis Clarebird. Move now to the medal ceremony for event 113, the women's 100 metres backstroke multi-class. In third place, the bronze medal in a time of 1:25.04 from Selwyn Swim Club, Ella Ben. In the silver medal position from Hauek Pakaranga in a time of 1:19.28, Tupo Naefi. And winning the gold medal in a world record time of 1 minute 7.41 from QE2 Swim Club, Sophie Pascoe. Medals presented by Brent Layton, Swimming New Zealand selector, and our partner. We thank All Proof Industries for their wonderful support of Swimming New Zealand. And now we move to event 3 medal ceremony, the women's 200 metres backstroke. In the bronze medal position in a time of 2:15.88 from North Shore Swimming Club, Gina Galloway. In the silver medal position in a time of 2:15.07 from Hiratonga Sun Devils, Emma Godwin. And in a World Champs qualifying time of 2:09.78 from North Shore Swimming Club, Ali Gallia. Thank you again to Brent Layton, Swimming New Zealand selector, for presenting those medals, and congratulations to all the medalists. We move now to event 104, the men's 100 metre backstroke multi-class, A final. Let's welcome them to the pool deck. Just before the 100 metre backstroke, we're going to award some special people tonight. So Brent Layton will be there also to support. Tonight we recognise a couple of outstanding achievements from 2 of our para-athletes. We recognise Cameron Leslie for breaking a world para-swimming record during the WPS World Series in Melbourne in February of this year. Cam broke the S4 men's 100 metre backstroke record in a time of 1:34.42. Let's give a big round of applause for Cameron Leslie, ladies and gentlemen. We also recognise Sophie Pascoe for breaking a world para-swimming record during the WPS World Series in Melbourne in February of this year. Sophie broke the S9 women's 50 metre butterfly record in a time of 28.15. Let's give her a big round of applause. Sophie continued her dominance at the recent WPS World Series in Singapore, winning 4 gold medals and breaking 3 world para-swimming records in the process. They were the SM9 women's 200 metre individual medley in a time of 2:25.22, the women's S9 50 metres freestyle, which she has surpassed this evening, and the women's S9 100 metres freestyle in a time of 1:36. Another big round of applause for Sophie Pascoe. We now move to event 104, the men's 100 metre backstroke multi-class. Welcome them to the pool deck. In lane 1 from Napier Aquahawks, Lance Dusto. In lane 2 from Coast Swimming Club, Harry Randall. In lane 3 from Mount Eden Swimming, David Beck. In lane 4 from Fairfield Swimming Club, Jesse Reynolds. In lane 5 from Selwyn Swimming Club, Kaylin Edwards. In lane 6 from Selwyn Swim Club, Ian Edwards. In lane 7 from Blenheim Swimming Club, Jack Budglar. In lane 8 from Geraldine Swimming Club, Benjamin Gould. The final of the men's 100 metre backstroke multi-class, Jesse Reynolds, a fantastic performance this morning, went under the qualifying standard of 106.43 in the heats. Cam Leslie, who are we looking at in this field? What are we looking for? And a whole lot of different classes too.
Yeah, so multi-class swimming might look a little bit odd with people going different speeds, but definitely the one to watch in this race right now is Jesse Reynolds. Strong performance, like you said, this morning. But process-wise, I think he wanted to be better. So we're seeing him turn in a 31.81. From memory, that's slightly slower than this morning, but he'll be looking to bring it back home strong.
So a good 6 or 7 seconds. He had an advantage over the rest of the field this morning, but of course he is racing within his own class. And Jesse Reynolds in the class S9. Kaylin Edwards alongside him in S8, David Beck in lane 3 with S14. So a strong finish here for Jesse Reynolds, looking for the time on the clock as he comes through. 105.67, just a fraction slower than this morning, but still, Cam, he should be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, he's gone under the qualifying time twice now, which is exactly what he would have wanted to do. I'm not sure what his times would have been or his ratings, but he's gone under that World Champs qualifying time twice in the day. We see with multi-class swimming, they're all racing against their world record in their classification. So on the board, you'll see unofficial times come up, and that's just ranked in time order. Once it flicks over to being official results, that's when we find out who has actually come first, second or third. It's based on how close they are to the world record in their classifications. So there we see the final placings there. Jesse first, Callan second, and David Beck in third place. And that's all based on their percentage of their world record and how they've all gone in comparison to their classification versus the rest of the world.
Well done, Jesse. Congratulations. Speaking with Cam Leslie before, he was just going on. What a great performance this morning and this evening. Are you pleased with sort of backing it up this evening?
Yeah, look, I was really happy with this morning. 5.5's pretty much as fast as I've ever gone, so to do that in New Zealand and at home was really cool. A little bit disappointed with tonight. I know I could have gone faster than this morning. Changed my race plan up a little bit. It just didn't pay off, but it's all good.
So about 3 or 4 months to go until London World Champs. Cam was trying to recount how many World Champs you've been to. Is this the third for you?
Yeah, this will be my third World, so blown away and really happy with that.
Any goals you're sort of looking forward to in terms of you've got the qualification under your belt now, looking forward to the World Champs? What are the sort of goals? Are you happy to share those goals with us?
Yeah, sure. I'm looking for a medal at World, so I'm training my butt off basically from now until then. And then we'll be full on and really trying to get on that podium.
Well, congratulations, Jesse. Wishing all the best for the rest of the meet.
Thanks very much.
We move now to event number 4, the men's 100 metres backstroke B final. Bit of a long start there for the B final of the men's 100 metres backstroke. In lane 1 from North Canterbury Swim Club, Ollie Rayner. In lane 2 from Kiwi2 Swimming Club, Zeke Pine. In lane 3 from Shanghai Swimming Team is Da Luo. In lane 4 from United Swimming Club, Jack Anderson. In lane 5 from North Canterbury Swim Club, Angus Kelleher. In lane 6 from Kodiak Kingfishers, Talon Lindquist. In lane 7 from Wharanui Swimming Club, Taiko Torepi Ormsby. In lane 8 from Capital Swimming Club, Thomas Wilson. And all the action in the middle of the pool. In lane 5, this is Angus Kelleher, who had a great Aon Nags. A strong finish here by Jack Anderson in 4. Kelleher and Anderson go to the wall in the B final. And Angus Kelleher takes it out in 56.97, which is a great time, well underneath his heat time, to finish first in the B final. We move now to event 4, the men's 100 metres backstroke A final. Let's welcome them to the pool deck. In lane 1 from North Shore Swimming Club, Cameron Gray. In lane 2 from Pukekohe Swimming Club, Zach Dell. In lane 3 from Mount Eden Swimming Club, Kane Follows. In lane 4 from North Shore Swimming Club, Bradley Ashby. In lane 5 from Howick Pakaranga, Corey Main. In lane 6 from Pukekohe Swimming Club, Andrew Jeffcoat. In lane 7 from Howick Pakaranga, Bailey Main. In lane 8 from Parnell Swimming, Jason Churches. This one's going to be a goodie, ladies and gentlemen. The A final of the 100 metres backstroke for men. 1/100th of a second separating Corey Main and Bradley Ashby into the final. Beautiful start in lane 4 by Bradley Ashby of North Shore Swimming Club. The tall, lanky, strong backstroker Bradley Ashby in 4. Corey Main, heap of experiences on his side, sits in second at the moment perhaps. They go to the wall, their feet hit the wall. It is Bradley Ashby leading by 0.2 of a second. Kane follows, is in second at the moment. Corey Main's got some work to do in third. Bradley Ashby in control by quarter of a body length. Corey Main starting to come through. Kane follows, holding strong. Kane follows and Corey Main. They go to the wall. Bradley Ashby takes it out, 54.48. Kane follows, sneaks into second. Corey Main in third, just off that World Champs qualifying mark, but the development time of 54.60. One swimmer got under that, Bradley Ashby. So congratulations, what a tight race that one was. Hey Bradley, 54.4, a big improvement on the heat swim this morning, just off that qualifying mark of 54 low. How are you feeling after a pretty tight race there?
Oh, legs are a bit sore. Yeah. Nah, I thought it was really good. PB this morning, so I couldn't really complain. I didn't really know where else to go from there, just try and do it better.
Well, you can't go better than the fastest you've ever been. You held the lead by 0.2 of a second at the 50 and 0.3 at the finish, so good, strong second 50. Could you see where the other swimmers were? Did you sense how tight that was?
I couldn't sense how tight it was. I could kind of see them out the side, so I don't know. It was anyone's race, really.
In terms of the rest of the meet for you, what is the next big race for you over this next 4 days?
Oh, sort of each race as it comes is a pretty big race, so 200 free tomorrow. That's about it, really.
Well, started with a PB. We hope that continues for you. Congratulations, Bradley Ashby, the winner of the men's 100 metres backstroke. We move now to event number 5, the women's 50 metres butterfly B final. Please welcome them to the pool deck. The women's 50 metres butterfly B final, Leah Milner in 1, Sasha Reid in 2, Hannah Bates in 3, Tori McTeague in 4, Kiana Swain in 5, Jenna Ralston Larking in 6, Nicole Lockie in 7, and Caitlin Steedman in 8. And going strong in the middle of the pool, lane 4, is Tori McTeague. She's going to take out the B final at the moment. She goes strong into the wall. 28.20, a 0.4 improvement on her heat swim. Please join me in welcoming now the women's 50-metre butterfly A final. In lane 1 from Neptune Swim Club, Jessica Scott. In lane 2 from Howick Pakuranga, Paige Shendelar Kemp. In lane 3 from Phoenix Aquatics, Vanessa Ovenhand. In lane 4 from Coast Swim Club, Helena Gasson. In lane 5 from St Peter's Western, Olivia Collins. In lane 6 from Capital Swim Club, Chelsea Edwards. In lane 7 from United Swimming Club, Alice Waldo. In lane 8 from St Peter's Western, Ella Ramsey. Well, a great time this morning by Helena Gasson from Coast Swimming Club. 27 flat. She'll be looking to improve that, try and sneak under the 27 mark. A good margin of 0.6 of a second over the rest of the field. Helena Gasson at the halfway mark, just starting to poke her head in front of the rest of the field. Puts the head down now, just watching. One more breath for Helena Gasson as she goes to the final 5 metres in the 50 metres butterfly. 26.93 for Helena Gasson. And a national title on day 1. Congratulations to her. Just gathering her breath, Helena Gasson, congratulations. It must be very satisfying to come back and be swimming in this kind of form day 1 at the New Zealand Champs, right?
Yeah, it is. It's nice to go under the 27. I haven't done that in a few years now, so to get that time has come. I've got a lot of confidence in my fly coming back now.
You coach Michael Weston up at the Northern Arena there, Coast Swimming Club. How much of an impact's that bond, that relationship, that coaching relationship been for you in the last 12 to 18 months?
That coaching relationship that we've got is really the only thing that's got me through the past 12 months. Yeah.
Well, I think we were excited to see what you can do this week. So many events, 200 metre individual medley, all sorts going on. So congratulations on a national title and all the best.
Thank you.
We move now to event 6, the men's 800 metres freestyle A final. Please welcome them to the pool deck. In lane 1 from Capital Swim Club, Phoenix Douglas. In lane 2 from Raumati Swimming Club, Bronson Lloyd. In lane 3 from Jazzy Swim Club, Quinton Hurley. In lane 4 from Aquablades New Plymouth Swimming, Zach Reed. In lane 5 from Shanghai Swimming Team, Zhao Wang. In lane 6 from Aqua Gym Swimming Club, Louis Clark. In lane 7 from Swim Timaru, Riley Taylor. In lane 8 from St Peter's Swimming Club, Luke Mitchell. This is event 6, the men's final of the 800 metres freestyle. In the middle of the pool is Zach Reed, and he has a list time of 8:01.87, development time of, or qualifying mark of 7:59.25, so not too far off there. And Cam Leslie, sort of 2 seconds in it, but over 800 metres freestyle. I guess, what's sort of going through the minds of these swimmers over the first 100 metres, do you think?
I'd say it's all about feel and all about pace. It's a long race, but having said that, you don't want to go out too cruisy. You're going to have a hard time catching that time back up. So these guys will be well and truly drilled as to how it should be feeling at this stage of the race.
And in terms of knowing that pace, is that the sort of thing that is learnt in training? Is that the sort of thing that these swimmers intuitively know that they are on pace?
Maybe not intuitively, but it's definitely something that's learned in training. It's in swimming, it's a very repetitive sport. We do things over and over again so that we get it right. And part of that is learning how to hold the water properly, how to not let your technique slide as you fatigue. If you fatigue and you start to let the water go with your catch and your pull, you're pretty quickly going to lose some speed and ask questions as to why you're not improving. But yeah, it's something that's learned over time. You can't exactly just flick a switch and expect someone to know exactly how it's going to feel to be going. In Zach's case, what's he got to go, like a minute every time, just under a minute. He's definitely would have learned that over time.
So Zach Reed leads them through at the 200 metre mark. He turns at 1 minute 55.8. He's got just over or just under a second lead from our visitor Zhou Wang from Shanghai. And back to Quinton Hurley in lane 3, who had a wonderful Aon Nags, winning the national titles for his age down there in Wellington. But Zach Reed, this is handy having the visitor from Shanghai alongside him, breathing to his left at the moment, watching Zhao Wang. And they go through 250 metres, 16 laps of the pool, the 800 metres. The world qualifying a mark of 7:54.31 could well be out of reach for Zach Reed, but the development time of 7:59 certainly within reach for him. Looking for a sub-8 minute swim here. He's going to have to do something special as we come through the 300 metre mark. And sort of talking about technique, and what about, with 15 turns to do in this event, Cam, how important is that underwater work? How important is the swimming into the turn and coming out of the turn?
Yeah, massive. It sets you up for a good turn and sets you up for a good sort of pacing early on in the 50 metre lengths here. When we talk about Zach got to take 2 seconds off to hit the development time, you just mentioned it, 15 turns. What can you do better across all of those 15 turns to just chip away at that 2 seconds? It's not just about going 2 seconds faster in one length, but you can take it off in small increments across the whole race.
Beautiful technique here by Zach Reed. Just look at that high elbow, very, very symmetrical stroke here. Breathing off to the left is favoured, but just very symmetrical, and that's very difficult to attain in freestyle when you're breathing on one side. So a lot of work's gone into his technique and a lot of power coming under the water for Zach Reed as he turns at the 400 metre mark at 3:55.81. He's well underneath the minute per 100 mark at the moment, and Cam, that's quite exciting at the halfway mark.
Yeah, that is. It's a good start. It's exactly where he'd want to be halfway through the race. You know, from here, if he can go double O's, he's well under that development qualifying time, and he's in for a really good personal best as well.
So looking at that time, 4:100, so looking, you know, about 59 per lap there, 59 per 100. And hopefully Zach Reed just getting an indication from the people on the sidelines that he is either on track or ahead of schedule for his sub 4 minute, and I'm sure he's going to be wanting to aim for that sub 4 minute here. His father watching on, Byron Reed, a very, very accomplished freestyler and breaststroker in his day, and obviously a pedigree of swimming in the Reed family. He goes through the 500 metre mark now, 4:56.32. So just hanging on to that minute pace at the moment, Zach Reed.
This is where you start to feel a little bit of pain, and for Zach it'll be all about making sure he continues to hold that water, keeps that feel. He might want to start to lift the rating if he's starting to feel a bit of fatigue, but you wouldn't want to jump too high. You've still got 250 metres left here for Zach.
And looking back to the rest of the field, Quinton Hurley doing a good job in lane 3, clawed back a bit of a margin over Zhao Wang from Shanghai. We look back to the lane 6 is Louis Clark from Aqua Gym. So Quinton Hurley in 3rd. 4th place is Douglas Phoenix out there in 1. And Louis Clark is 5th at the moment. So all over the shop, the different places at the moment. We turn at the 600 metre mark, 5:57.12. Just starting to slow that pace from the early 59s. We've slipped into 1 minute, 1:05. He's going to have to really hold this pace now, really dig in deep.
Just over 150 metres here. Zach will definitely be starting to feel it, and you can see that with his time just starting to slip. But this will be where he's starting to accelerate. You can see a bit more effort coming into that kick to keep his acceleration and his speed up.
So can he do it? Zach Reed here, a good crowd here, along with the family cheering him on. Zach Reed at the Aon New Zealand Open Championships. Can he qualify in the development qualifying time of 7:59.25? Zach Reed with 120 metres left to swim. He comes to the turn. The bell is rung. 100 metres, that'll give him some inspiration as the bell goes. The kick's starting to come in, Cam Leslie. It's all on the line for Zach Reed.
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be close too, so make sure we get behind him and cheer him on. There's definitely lots of waving coming from the sidelines here. Plenty of support for Zach Reed.
So Zach Reed, 75 metres left to swim. The whole centre right behind him. The arms are waving. We look at the time on the clock. Can he get home under 7:59.25? You can add it up yourself. He turns in 7:28.59. Can we get another swimmer on the World Championship team? 25 metres left to swim for Zach Reed. I think he senses how close it's going to be. 15 metres to swim, he buries the head. Easily under the time. 7:57.40. He smashed it by just under 2 seconds. What a final 200 metres for Zach Reed, and what a finish there by Quinton Hurley. We always know he has it in the tank. Quinton Hurley has done 8:11.41, which we look at that time, wow, he's 3 seconds under his seed time. The visitor comes in 3rd, Zhao Wang. And the third place of our Kiwis is Douglas Phoenix, who's had a blinder out there in lane 1. Congratulations to all of the gentlemen in the 800 metres freestyle final. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see you in amazing form, Zach. Congratulations, well underneath that time. First reaction from you?
Oh, just pretty stoked, eh? A lot of work's gone into that, and I'm sure happy that I went under, yeah.
We were watching with the amazement of the 59s, then the minute 0.5s, and it seemed that final 200. Was that always the plan, to sort of come back down at the last bit, or could you sense it was close?
Yeah, that's like in every race. You just got to come home strong, and we've been training for that back end and being able to hold those times and then just give it all on that last 200 day.
You look so strong, the technique was perfect, so congratulations and all the best for the rest of your meet. We now move to the final session, the final event of tonight's final session, event number 7. Please welcome to the pool deck the finalists of the women's 1500 metres freestyle. In lane 1 from Capital Swim Club, Ruby Heath. In lane 2 from Ashburton Swim Team, Bree Middleton. In lane 3 from Neptune Swim Club, Caitlin Deans. In lane 4 from Capital Swim Club, Emma Robinson. In lane 5 from Phoenix Aquatics, Hayley McIntosh. In lane 6 from Hillcrest Swim Club, Gina McCarthy. In lane 7 from Aquablades New Plymouth Swimming, Lucy North. In lane 8 from Liz Van Welly Aquatics, Sarah Cummings. Event 7, the women's 1500 metres freestyle final. I'm sure she wouldn't mind me saying it, but the veteran Emma Robinson in the middle of the pool at just 24 years of age has been at the top end of distance swimming for many, many years. So many international meets to her name, both open water swimming as well as pool distance swimming. Her seed time of 16:26.88 would have her underneath the World Champs qualifying time, but of course she needs to perform that and do that this evening in tonight's final. 16:32.04, the World Champs qualifying mark. In lane 5, Hayley McIntosh from Phoenix, who spoke the oath earlier this evening, 17:07.30. And in the third fastest seed this evening, Caitlin Deans of Neptune in 17:09.61. Emma Robinson going out in the first 100, 102.57. She leads by a second over the rest of the field, but as Cam Leslie mentioned earlier, very, very early stages, especially in a 1500 metre freestyle over 30 lengths of the pool. So you'll see the numbers for the people here at the Sir Owen G. Glenn National Aquatic Centre. The numbers on the end of the pool indicating how many laps they have to go when they turn at that lap. But Cam Leslie, early stage of the women's event, looking at the field here, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head when you said Emma's a bit of a veteran and her personal best is under the qualifying time, so eyes on her to do a good job here. Hayley McIntosh, developing as a swimmer. She's a good Northland girl, comes from Whangarei, North Wave Swimming Club. She's come down here and she's doing a really good job and really improving it over time. You might be able to answer this for me though, Scott. How does pacing come into it? So we see a pretty close field right now. Across 1500 metres, how important is it to hang off the legs of a competitor?
Well, I mean, I guess at this stage it's saving the best to last, I guess you'd say. I mean, the lane ropes, of course, in a swimming pool doing their job to prevent any sort of slipstream happening. And for the viewers at home, that's exactly what the lane ropes do. They're not just about keeping a swimmer in their lane, they are about reducing the wake over the lanes to prevent slipstreaming and to create an even playing field across 30 lengths of the pool. Especially important over sprinting events where there's a lot of wash coming over the lanes, but also in these longer events where you would typically see, Cam, bunches of swimmers swimming together in the open water, which is almost like cycling, isn't it, with bunches of swimmers drafting off each other. So heading into the first 300 metres of this 1500 metre freestyle for women, and it is Emma Robinson by half a second over Hayley McIntosh in the early stage, but nothing I think Emma will be too alarmed about, or I think she'll be just holding her own at the moment, getting her stroke, but you never know just how much energy these swimmers are expending at this point in time.
We talked about Emma Robinson being a veteran at 24, and in lane 8 we've got Sarah Cummings, who's 14 years old, 10 years younger than Emma Robinson. What do you think is going through her head? She's just a young girl, really.
Well, look at what a future she's got. Sarah Cummings, 14 years old. As you say, 10 years of experience to come before she gets to Emma Robinson's age. So just being in this national final, Sarah Cummings, is a huge achievement from Liz Van Welly Aquatics. And also a big range, as you say, Cam, of ages in this field. 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds there. So a lot of these swimmers just gaining experience the more 15 and 800 metre freestyles they do. But we come through the 400 metre mark now, always a good telling point. 4:20.93 for Emma Robinson. She holds the lead by just under a second again from Hayley McIntosh from Phoenix Aquatics.
I think, like you say, 10 years worth of experience there, and swimming, I haven't swum too many 800 or 1500 metre races myself, but certainly you learn a lot in 10 years, and whether it's just that feel of the water that we talked about in the last race, you're learning how to approach it and what can you do better. We talk about how you can take little bits of time off across a whole race like this, 1500 metres, it's a lot of turns and a lot of lengths. The more you do it, the more experience you have, the more you'll learn how you can improve that race, how can you race it better. And I'd hope that that's what a lot of young swimmers are doing these days, is asking themselves, what can I do better between a heat and a final to improve my time.
Absolutely, and the training that goes into these events is brutal for anyone that has done open water or distance pool swimming. It's long sessions, it's 10K sessions, it's about putting yourself in the hurt box, as my good friend Mark Watson would say, for a long period of time. And so a lot of respect. People take their hats off to swimmers that are swimming 800 and 1500. They're on the pain train for a long period of time. And Emma Robinson, just the most experienced in this field without a doubt. And so she would have been in races where she hasn't quite been in the position she wants to be, but then has to mentally get herself over that and get herself back on track. And I think that's another part of swimming, Cam, is that mental side where swimming's not just physical, it's actually mental too.
Yeah, you see some great athletes who don't quite have the top 2 inches sorted just yet, and they fall short on occasion. So yeah, you're exactly right. They're having those top 2 inches, you know, that mental side of swimming sorted, whether it be confidence, self-belief, you know, just understanding of how you're going to achieve your goal, and the process that it takes to get there is a massive part of it. We're just over a third through the race here, and we've got a little bit of space between Emma Robinson and Hayley McIntosh and the rest of the field. Is that a big lead in 1,500 metres? Is that a big lead in 1,500 metres?
Well, I think at the moment, no, it's still pretty slender, a body length lead. I do sense that Emma Robinson just starting to up the pace a little bit here, just looking over at Hayley McIntosh saying, I think I just need to put a little bit more margin between myself and you at the moment. But Emma Robinson heads down with 17 laps to go. So 850 metres left to swim in this 1,500 metres freestyle. And at the moment, looking in control, and one would say that with her experience that she's in a good position. But Hayley McIntosh has been working hard, as you say, Cam, and you know, could surprise us. These women haven't had a heat swim this morning. The times we see on these seedings are their entry times, and so we're very quickly going to see what sort of form these two women are in for this event tonight. And not a lot changed there. In fact, I think Hayley McIntosh has clawed back a little bit of that lead, so she's not willing to let Emma Robinson go. She's really holding on.
We've got Hayley and Emma out in front here, but there's a good little battle coming on here for, is it 4th and 5th? 5th and 6th out here between lanes 1 and 2. It's quite often to focus on the main two, on the two leaders here, but 800 for 1,500 metre race, there's plenty of small races within this big race that we're seeing here. And lanes 1 and 2 is Ruby Heath and Bree Middleton. Good battle here.
Good battle indeed, and Bree Middleton led, well, the entry time has a 4-second margin, but at the moment these two swimmers eyeing each other up length by length. And looking back over the field, just looking first, Hayley McIntosh in second, Caitlin Deans in third, Gina McCarthy in fourth at the moment, and lane 1 is Ruby Heath, just edging out Bree Middleton in lane 2. Quite interesting watching the Aon Nags a few months ago, that there are certain parts of these longer races where I believe these distance swimmers are putting in a bit more effort. And I think with Emma Robinson, Cam, it's in the final 10 metres of the return to the where they started. She's really just starting to get a few extra metres over Hayley McIntosh in that final 10 metres of each 100.
Yeah, we saw just between the last 200 metres there was Hayley closed the gap, and it was 0.9 of a second difference, but now we're seeing 1.5 seconds Emma Robinson in the lead. But I think you're right, just coming into the wall each turn, she's just putting a little bit of extra juice into them and trying to just break away just ever so slightly from Hayley McIntosh.
Now Emma Robinson having her distance partner Lauren Boyle, who was often swimming right alongside her in the middle lanes. With Lauren Boyle's retirement, Emma Robinson leading the charge in the middle of the pool at the moment, and hoping for a PB and of course a qualification tonight, remembering the time of 16:32.04. And we'll start to get an idea of the pacing for Emma Robinson at the moment. Lucy North out there in lane 7 from Aquablades, Gina McCarthy in 6, Sarah Cummings, the young 14-year-old, in lane 8 from Liz Van Welly Aquatics in Tauranga. Caitlin Deans in 3, Bree Middleton in 2, Ruby Heath in 1, and just Bree Middleton starting to edge away. She might have heard what we were saying, Cam. She's starting to put the pressure on Ruby Heath there in lane 3 and slipping into 5th place. But Emma Robinson looks to have a 1 body length lead, and what's really disappointing here is the cap looks to have completely come off the head of Hayley McIntosh, which is disappointing. That'll be a real mental game for Hayley McIntosh, perhaps a learning as well, maybe too early to say that, but The swim cap coming off in a 1500, some would say disastrous, and we're starting to see her slipping away by 2 or 3 body lengths now, which is a real shame. Hayley McIntosh will swim the final 250 metres without a swim cap with pretty long hair there. That is going to get in the way.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, isn't it? Hayley will be gutted by that. There's a saying that when you're a swimmer and when you're an athlete, you've got to learn how to deal with these sorts of things. So I'm sure Hayley will be focusing really hard on trying not to let it get in her way and stop her from executing the race plan. But yeah, like you say, it's a long way to go without a cap on in a 1500.
Well, you feel for Lewis Clarebird, who also goggles filled up with water when he dove in for the 400 IM. Now, every swimmer's probably had that happen once, and boy, oh boy, is that a mental game too. Emma Robinson coming in with 150 metres left to swim. Emma Robinson, not a lot to go. We're looking for a time. I think we're looking at... No, we've got 7 laps to go, so we've got 200 metres to swim for Emma Robinson. The time of 16:32.04 is the World Champ qualifying mark. Her seed time is faster, but she'll have to do it this evening.
You can really see Emma Robinson putting a bit of extra effort in here too. She's really settled into her rating and she's starting to build as the race has gone on. Coming in towards that last bit of the race, she's really starting to put that, you can see a bit more effort coming in the kick and the stroke. Hayley McIntosh definitely not going away. She's not hiding from the fact that her cap has come off.
Emma Robinson coming in. Now, don't look at the board. If you're here at the centre, the board is showing 700. That's not the case. She has 150 metres left to swim, ladies and gentlemen. She's got a good lead now, and at the moment, Hayley McIntosh could be threatened for second place from Caitlin Deans. 250.
Five down there?
250 metres left to swim. I've got it right now. Apologies to the people at home and the people in the centre. The numbers at the end of the pool. 250 metres left to swim. Cam's going to keep me on my game here. But Emma Robinson must be now thinking, where has everyone gone? She's now got half a length lead over the rest of the field.
Yep, we've got 200 metres to go here, Scott. That's definitely 200 metres. Lane 4's Emma Robinson, 14:26. We've got 200 metres to go, and that's 2 minutes to meet her personal best. So she's looking good. So whether or not she can hold on, the body will be tied, and like you say, there's a half a length on the nearest competitor.
So this is going to be tight, ladies and gentlemen, very tight indeed. She went through in 14:26.93, the qualifying mark of 16:32. So you can probably work that out. With 150 metres now left to swim for Emma Robinson. We're going to have to make some real noise for her.
Caitlin Deans has snuck up into second place as well. Hayley McIntosh struggling with that cap coming off.
The official grabs the bell for Emma Robinson. And the bell rings with 2 lengths to go. 100 metres for Emma Robinson. 15:34.90. So it looks like the development time perhaps may be in reach here. All on her own, Emma Robinson. She needs a qualifying mark here in the 1500 metres freestyle. She wants to get to South Korea next month. So the development time will not get her to South Korea in the World Championships. So this could be a challenge, but let's watch for the wall for Emma Robinson. The time 16:23.24. She needs 32. She's going to fall outside of that. She'll take another national championship, a national title. Over the 1500 metres freestyle, she goes to the wall in 16:41.74. And a great swim here in lane 3 by Caitlin Deans, who's come through for second place in under 17 minutes, 16:58. Which is a big PB, if that was in fact the PB on the seedings cam. And with 300 or 400 to go, the cap comes off for Hayley McIntosh, who comes in third in 17:12.88. So looking back at the field in lane 2, Bree Middleton has taken a good lead over lane 1 after swimming so far with Ruby Heath alongside her. Out in lane 7 is Lucy North, the 14-year-old lane 8, Sarah Cummings. We'll see how she goes against her 18:06. But looking at some of these times, 17:41, some of these swimmers just off their PBs or entry times. Others have gone well underneath. So as we welcome in Sarah Cummings in to finish the 1500, I'd ask you to give them a big round of applause for their efforts this evening, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes the finals for this evening's sessions. Please join me in thanking the technical officials of this evening's session. We now ask the officials to make their way from the pool deck. Please show your appreciation for our volunteers. If we can ask all medal winners to meet at the medal ceremony gathering area now. Any medalists for the events that have just taken place in the second half of the session, please make your way now to the medal ceremony area. Nice to see you again, Emma. A 1500 where for the first half of it you had someone right alongside you and then had a half length lead and swum it all on your own for the second half. But summing up your performance tonight, how do you feel about that one?
I'm a little bit disappointed. It's a bit off my best, but I've had a rocky lead-in, so it's what I can guess, and I'm just happy I gave it everything.
So do you take a few things out of that one for the 800 later in the program? Is there anything in particular that you identified in that event?
I think I'll go back and look over the recording, talk to my coach in Australia, and figure out where I went wrong, I guess, in that one, and just try and get there for the 800.
How important is pacing in that? I mean, is there any awareness of where that pacing's at in the early stages?
I think pacing's really important. It's kind of how you set the race up, and it means that that last 500 is like make or break. I guess for me, I try and look towards a coach and work with them on the pacing, but yeah, my pacing's been all over the show for the last kind of week. So it's just, I guess, getting back into the water the rest of this week and trying to find that pace and feel for the water again.
Sure, well, it's another national title for you, so I think we should also congratulate you for that. So congratulations, Emma Robinson, and all the best for your next races.
Thank you very much, Scott.
We're now about to start the second of the medal ceremonies, brought to you by All Proof Industries. I'd like to welcome Sarah Petrie from Aon Insurance to present our final lot of medals this evening. Please welcome to the floor the first medal ceremony, event number 104, the men's 100 metre backstroke multi-class. In the bronze medal position from Mount Eden Swimming, David Beck. In the silver medal position from Selwyn Swimming Club, Callan Edwards. And the gold medalist and qualifying for the Para World Championships, Jessie Reynolds from Fairfield Swimming Club. We move now to the medal ceremony for event number 4, the men's 100 metres backstroke. In the bronze medal position from Howick Pakaranga, Corey Main. In the silver medal position from Mount Eden Swimming, Kane Follows. And in the gold medal position from North Shore Swimming Club, Bradley Ashby. Now move to event 5, the medal ceremony for the women's 50 metres butterfly. In the bronze medal position from Capital Swim Club, Chelsea Edwards. In the silver medal position from Phoenix Aquatics, Vanessa Ovenhand. And winning in a time of 26.93 from Coast Swimming Club, Helena Gasson. Medals presented by Sarah Petrie from Aon Insurance, and thank you to our medal ceremony partner, All Proof Industries. We move now to event 6, medal ceremony, the men's 800 metres freestyle. In the bronze medal position for the Kiwis, from Capital Swim Club, Phoenix Douglas. The visitor bronze medalist from Shanghai swimming team, Zhao Wang. The silver medalist from Jazzy Swim Club, Quinton Hurley. And winning in a World Champ Development qualifying time in 7:57.40 from Aquablades New Plymouth, Zach Reed. In the final medal ceremony for event number 7, the women's 1500 metres freestyle. In the bronze medal position, from Phoenix Aquatics, Hayley McIntosh. In the silver medal position, from Neptune Swim Club, Caitlin Deans. And winning in a time of 16:41.74 from Capital Swim Club, Emma Robinson. Congratulations to all our medalists this evening, and a massive thank you to Sarah Petrie from Aon Insurance for her attendance tonight, and also their amazing support of the Aon New Zealand Open Championships. Thank you also to All Proof Industries, who bring you the medal ceremony coverage. Cam, it's been fantastic working with you this evening. Thank you for joining me in the commentary desk. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have enjoyed this evening's racing. Some great racing there with 2 world records for Sophie Pascoe this evening. Wow, couldn't have asked for a better night than that. And some other fantastic backup performances by Lewis Clarebird and others. So congratulations to all of the swimmers this evening who have medalled or won. And we look forward to back with live coverage tomorrow morning from 8 minutes to 10 for session number 3, day number 2 of the Aon New Zealand Open Championships.
Live coverage of this Swimming New Zealand event is proudly brought to you by Aon.